Right. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for joining me again today. And I'm here with the Dumisani Mankunzini. How are you, sir?
Pardon, how are you, brother? How's it?
Fantastic. You made the headlines today. You were in the front page of the Star newspaper. How do you feel about that?
Actually, I'm very, very disturbed when I thought that I started the year on a good note. It's actually not the first time such allegations have been made against me, and it's actually not the first newspaper to publish such a story. It's a very, very sad situation because most of those allegations are not true.
Okay, let's start with today's allegations. They say that you have defrauded 10 people of their money. Is it true?
No, it's not true. If you see, the newspaper says I have defrauded them of millions of rands or whatever, dollars or pullers, whatever it is. It is not true. I would like to know, how did I do that? And if I had done that, why are they going to the newspapers? Why are they not going to the police? Because there's a law that deals with such. I'm sure the police are waiting for such a thing.
Okay, so let's start with some of the allegations. They're saying that you forged a payslip of 1.5 million rands a month. Do you work for the cricket organization that they say you said you work for?
No, I don't work for ICC. I cover ICC tournaments like I was covering the ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup. To see again the fake payslip that has been circulating. My name is not Bongani. I am Dumisani Mankunzini. None of my documents have got Bongani. Bongani is a name that is used at home. And I use it on Facebook so that my other family members who've gone to other countries could easily access me because they know the name Bongani. Bongani, it is not my name. It is not in any of my documents. Even at cricket, they've never used Bongani. It's the first time that it's been used on such fake payslips.
Okay, so where do you work?
Okay, what I do umpiring as well for Cricket South Africa and the Lions, under the Lions cricket franchise. I'm employed as an umpire there. I umpire there. I coach the juniors, the kids, okay? And then I write and I do analysis. I sell those things or those stories to other newspaper publications, like I've been doing it for Sunday News. At this World Cup, I did it for Sunday News.
Okay, so what do you think is happening? Why are people accusing you, 10 people accusing you of fraud?
Okay, to be honest with you, what I know is that I have borrowed money from people, okay?
Yes.
But not the amount that they are saying. Okay, like for example, if I come to you and say, pardon me, borrow me 1,000 rand, and you give me 1,000 rand, okay? I didn't use ICC or Cricket South Africa or anything. I said, may you borrow me 1,000 rand, and you give me 1,000 rand. Is that fraud? I don't know if it is. You understand? That's what it is. But what I know is that these things have been going on for years. It didn't start today. Okay? So why are these allegations coming now after the World Cup or during the World Cup, if I may put it that way? These things have been going on for years and years. They didn't start today, these allegations.
Okay. There is a family from Blawayo that went to the newspaper in December, and they said they spent over 500,000, which you said you're going to return. Is it true that you ran away from them when you went to Blawayo?
No, it's definitely not true. You know, I was in Blawayo, July, August. July, August, and a bit of September. I was in Zimbabwe. I had the biggest cricket tournament. I never even got anyone, no police or anyone came to me. You understand? And I haven't been in Zimbabwe since 2017. So for a family from Blawayo to say they gave me money that will pay for my accommodation, it's kind of like confusing because I was not in Blawayo.
They say they paid for the tournament They paid for the transport. They paid for the guest of honor who came there. They sponsored the kids.
They are saying they sponsored the kit.
Everything. They sponsored everything.
Okay, again, it is not true. What I'll ask you, one question that I'll ask you, is that what was their interest? Why were they sponsoring? Number one. Number two, for them to, if they are saying they sponsored everything, so then why are they saying I stole money from them? Because they sponsored, if they are putting it that way. It's a sponsor. Should one person return a sponsorship? If you sponsor me, you've sponsored me. I'm not saying they sponsored me, but I think they are very silly to say they sponsored me. Because if they sponsored me, so what do they want now? They never sponsored me. I don't even know the people.
Why were you going to Magnet House with them?
They're saying that I went to Magnet House with them.
Yes, and then you disappeared.
I went into Magnet House and disappeared.
Yes.
I mean, Magnet House is a place for the CIOs. Okay? Number one, if I was a criminal, like they are saying, why would I run to Magnet House? I would get arrested there and there, number one. Number two, is there any normal person who would just go into Magnet House and disappear and to go and hide there? Magnet House. It's like saying you've gone to the State House. I went into the State House and disappeared. You understand? Okay. You can't just go to Magnet House.
Lying about you. This family is lying about you. You didn't take their money, and then you did not disappear on them.
Yes, again, I don't even know the family that is everyone is speaking about, because I don't know their names. Their names haven't been said. When I read the newspaper, sometimes they're talking about a Tandiwe. I don't know a Tandiwe Moyo. I know, you understand. So to me, I'm really shocked. So the newspaper said no, you are not using their real names for their security reasons or what. So now, how will I know? I don't even know these people.
Okay. What about the driver who drove you in the Quantum to Blawayo?
Yes, what about him?
Did you not make him leave his job with the promise that you pay him?
Did I not make the driver leave his job?
So that he can work for you as your driver with the promise that you're going to pay him about 250,000.
Okay, this is what happened. The driver that we went with to Blawayo for my tournament, okay? This is a guy that the owner of the Quantum, not the driver. Because I didn't do any deals with the driver. Okay? I did the deals with the owner. Okay? The owner knew my father from long back. You understand? I told him that I've got a tournament back home in Zimbabwe. Okay? I need to have a transport for my people going from South Africa to Zimbabwe. So can you help? I don't have the money for now. Okay? But we are going to pay you once we get the money. He said, I remember his word. He said, I know when we are going to right, right but for now, he even asked for a cricket top, which I gave him, understand? That's what I know between me and the owner, not the driver, because I don't have deals with the driver. I know nothing with the driver. And I poured fuel. That's what I did. I poured fuel in our sneaker in the combi, the Quantum.
Okay. So the driver was supposed to be paid by the owner of the taxi.
Yeah, the driver, whatever deal the driver had with the owner of the taxi, that's their own deal. It's got nothing to do with me. I don't even know the driver, or even now when I talk, I speak to the owner of the combi. I don't even know the driver. Even if you ask him, I don't even think he's got my numbers. You understand? I only speak to the owner.
These people go to the papers.
I don't know why they went to the papers. My question is, why did they not go to the police? They should go and report to the police. It's simple. You understand? It's simple. If I'm calling them like they are saying, they must just go to the police. And
are they answering? Are they phoning you?
Like the guy of the driver, the quantum owner, I am talking to him. Well, I think the last time I spoke to him, it was the day before. He said he was actually greeting me. But the greeting part of it, I think he was trying to say, hey, how far with the money? You understand? He was greeting me. We're talking, and I said to him, I haven't forgotten about you putters. You understand? That is what I know. But the only problem I have with this allegation is for someone to say it's fraud. There is no fraud.
10 people said you've defrauded them. You saw the newspaper yourself.
Yeah, I saw the newspaper. Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Are you going to sue the newspaper?
Yes, I'm actually working on suing the other newspaper. The other newspapers have covered it in Zimbabwe. You understand? So about the Star, the article that was written about this by the Star today, I actually like it because it's a balanced article. The reporter, he did not, he was not one-sided like other reporters, what they've done. A journalist, they do their job, okay? People went and complained, okay? They interviewed me, he called me, we spoke, I told him my side of the story. And I said, I deny all these allegations, of which he wrote that, okay? There is nothing that the reporter they reported which is not true from what has been getting told by people. You understand? The reporter there just did his job. So now it's up to me to prove it and say it like I'm saying to you now, all these allegations that they are fake. I can prove them. For example, when I read the article, it says Cricket South Africa revoked my accreditation last year, okay, on grounds of fraud. Fair enough. They revoked it last year. My question is, why did they then give it to me now? Oh no, there is my accreditation. I've got it here. There it is. You understand?
Okay.
Why did they then give it to me? This is the ICC under 19 for the World Cup. Why did they then give it to me if I was a criminal? Number one. Number two, why is it that every month I am getting money from Cricket South Africa via the Lions? Okay, money is for umpiring, for doing cricket. Why am I getting paid? Why are they paying me? Okay, number three, they are saying that I forged, I forged accreditation. Okay, if you go into the stadium, okay, you scan the accreditation. If it's fake, you can't go in. Again, they further go on and say the matches are for free. Yes, fair enough, the matches are for free. How then did I gain entry into the media center? How then was I able to carry interviews and do cricket analysis with the big cricket people, for example, like Hamilton Masakata, with all those players, with Imad from Pakistan? Evidence is there. There are videos, there are pictures, there's everything with ICC. Up to today, I've still been getting emails from ICC and Cricket South Africa, emails from Cricket South Africa, emails for umpires. Okay? With ICC, I'm still getting emails from ICC sent only to analysts, broadcasters, and commentators under ICC. Why am I getting those things? Why was I at the World Cup yesterday, the final between India and Bangladesh? You understand? So if all these allegations made against me are true, why didn't they come to the stadiums? Why didn't they arrest me there and there? ICC, they came to me last week. They said there's a fake payslip circulating. Do you know anything about it? I told them, yes, I've seen it. It's been circulating. I don't know where it's coming from. There's nothing that I can say, but the only thing I can tell you that it's not my payslip and the names on the payslip, not true. So I don't know anything about it. They said, okay, that's fine. They went. They left me like that. After today, I received a phone call again from anti-corruption ICC head office. They asked me about it. I told them, I said, they said, okay, that was it. And then today, I was shocked to see it on the news. I said, okay, it's fine. During the Under-19 World Cup, I saw a loophole in the Zimbabwe cricket team. Okay? Zimbabwe Under-19 cricket team is the only team that did not have a media person or an analyst. And me being at the World Cup, as a Zimbabwean, I approached the managing director, the director of cricket, the coach, the team manager, the assistant coach, okay, and the media people. I said, no, look, we've got a very strong team. We've got boys coming up. I feel we need to cover this on media, okay, both on and off the field. We're staying at the same hotel, me and you. I'm also at cricket. I'm doing this, but I've got time to what? To help. We need to cover this. We always complaining as Zimbabwe cricket that we don't get sponsors. The reason why we don't get sponsors is that people see Zimbabwe cricket, there's a pet name about Zimbabwe cricket, pet stories. Recently were suspended again by ICC. And there are positives happening in Zimbabwe cricket. So many good things happening in Zimbabwe cricket, but they are not being covered. Can we cover them? You understand? So now, the people that I've mentioned, that I spoke to, they loved the idea. They said, you know what, put it on paper and copy the media communications manager for Zimbabwe cricket. I did that. I can send you the emails, the screenshots. You can see my conversations. I sent that. After I sent that, I never got a response from them. I asked one guy, but hey, but guys, I've sent, the games are going on. One guy said, no, you know what? I know they are considering it. It's gone to the board. It's gone up there, the board. Then one guy in Zimbabwe cricket, he called me and said, you know what, my man? I think you've done a big blunder there. You've exposed someone. And someone is in trouble. So I think that thing may cause problems. But what problems? Because if I send you the email, I said, whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to send it through the media communications manager for his approval. You understand? But it seems like that email that I wrote, it did not go down well with other people within Zimbabwe cricket. Okay? So a few days after that, a fake payslip started circulating. You understand? I'm not saying it's from them or whatsoever. But my question is, why is it circulating now? Why is it going on now?
Okay.
And
but
then,
the payslip is not coming from now. The payslip is coming from the time when you borrowed money from the couple.
Okay. So, let me ask you. This couple is saying they got the payslip from me.
Yes, they are saying you showed them the payslip to assure them that you've got money coming in.
No. Can I ask you something? I showed them the payslip, or I gave them the payslip.
I don't know whether I gave them or showed them.
Okay.
What happened is
okay. Now, if they are saying I gave them, if they are saying that I gave them, they must produce that. They must show that I gave them the payslip. That couple, number one. If they are saying that I showed them the payslip, okay, how then did it end up on social media? If I showed them, I didn't give them. If they are saying that I showed them, how then did it end up on social media? You understand? And then this couple, they are saying that I took, when they are saying I took money from them when?
I think that was last year before your tournament.
Okay, last year before my tournament. Okay, yes. So why is it only coming out now? My tournament was in July.
Yes,
that's 8 months later.
Since July, they've been trying to get money from you. And you've been telling them you're giving them, but not delivering the money.
Okay, they are saying I've been trying to get money from me. The same people, okay, the same people, they are saying that I ran away from them in Blawayo.
Yes, because you said your card was broken, your credit card.
Okay, so they are saying that I ran away from them when I was in Blawayo. So then, the moment I ran away from them, why didn't they take action then? Why now, after 8 months?
Okay, they've been looking for you since that time. That's what they're saying.
Looking for me where?
They don't know where you are.
My man, if you go on my Facebook now, on my Facebook, on a daily basis, my Facebook is updated of where I am, what I'm doing, all that. You understand? And they've been seeing that I'm at cricket. Okay? If they know me. They've been seeing that. So why didn't they come to cricket at the games?
Okay, can you give me their contact then? For us to put them on the platform.
I don't know who I'm going to give you the contacts. Whose contacts am I giving you?
The people who sponsored your tournament.
Which people?
Who sponsored your tournament?
Do you know that ever since this tournament, I started it, okay? I have been doing this tournament for my own coffers, you understand? And I have been helped by close friends of mine and family. And my father used to put lots of money, number one. Number two, my uncle, Omega Spanda, he's been helping me a lot. He's been putting money into this, okay? This year, last year, 2019, PAS beat all sports, Setka Sports, okay? They did not only sponsor me, I facilitated sponsorship for Brian Chari, national team cricketer, for Brian Chari and Christopher Mpofu when they were going to Bangladesh on tour. I was given 2 cricket bags plus mine, which makes it 3 by PAS. You understand? I went to PAS, I bought track suits for my tournament. Okay? Track suit and track jacket. Okay? At a half price, with the deal that, okay, I buy them at half price and I put their logo as well, of which I did. Okay? I bought my trophy, I bought it. My trophy, because I had a champion's trophy. After my tournament, we selected the best 12 boys from the tournament that played against the Tuskers under 13. And I sponsored that tournament with a trophy called Comrade Joseph Dumisani Mankunzini Memorial Trophy. I sponsored that. I bought that trophy at PAS. If you go to PAS with their records, they can show you. They will show you that I bought at half price.
Okay, I get that. Who was in the quantum with you when you went to Blawayo?
Who was in the quantum with me? There was Kundai. Okay. There was Kundai. Okay. He works for me. He does the media for me. Okay. There was Usman Yeletaleti from Youthness Foundation. She's a friend of mine. He and the husband. Okay. I do Emmanuel. Yeah, there was Emmanuel. Emmanuel, who was the manager then. Okay. And then there was Mofu, also a friend, a friend of ours, and myself, and the driver.
Okay, so that's the husband and wife. They are the only 2 people who were there in the text. Did they give you money?
No.
So they
never gave me money.
They didn't pay for the flight for the people who came from Cape Town, the guest of honor?
No.
Who paid for
No, I can give you a contact now. Yeah. And you call it now. Smanga, you can call it now and ask it.
Who paid for the guest of honor's flight?
I did. I did pay for the guest of honor. I did pay. I can even tell you now, I paid that at Flight Center, Chilani. You understand? If you go to Flight Center, Chilani, they will tell you. Okay? And I had a problem with Flight Center Kilani. While I was there, they made a mistake on the ticket for the wife of the guest of honor. Okay? And I told them that, no, you've made a mistake here. And he said, no, it's just one letter, so I'll call the airline in the morning and tell them. I said, you know what, tomorrow morning, the following morning of it, I'm going to Blawayo. So if you are saying that you will fix it, it's going to be a problem while I've gone. He said, no, it's not a problem. When I was in Messina, Johan Voster called me. He said, hey, you know what, my man, that ticket, we can't fly. My wife can't fly, so then now I had to buy again. You understand? Another ticket. They said they were going to reimburse me after 2 weeks. It took months. You understand? So I was buying that ticket for 6,000 or so. And I think I was left with 2,000 or 3,000 for me to send. I sent 2,000 or 3,000 to Johan Voster, okay, when I was in Messina. Johan Voster, he went to Flight Center to go and pay to get another ticket, okay? And then he topped up. Johan Voster, not anyone else. Johan Voster topped up. So after he topped up, when we got back, I've got emails to back that up. Flight Center, I told them, I wrote an email to Flight Center, and I copied Johan Voster. That's the refund. All the refund must be done to who? Johan Voster. Of which it was done to him. And he acknowledged. He sent me an email and the WhatsApp message said, Matt, since I've got it, they've finally sent back the money. So for Smanga or whoever, if Smanga is that couple to say they paid, it's not true. I paid everything.
You've never taken money from Smanga and the husband?
No, I've never done that.
You don't owe them money?
No. Smanga Taleti, I went with, I'm the one again who paid for their hotel. I paid all that. It is not true. It's Smanga Taleti, and me and Smanga, we talk. Even if you visit my Facebook, if you see my Facebook post, you will see her comments. She even shared the tournament pictures, I think towards the end of last month. Youth Foundation, I think it was, they are celebrating their 1 year, whatever they've done. I've never taken money from her or the husband Dumisani Teledi and the Smanga Teledi. So I don't know anything about it.
Okay, I think you have clarified this very, very well. And I think everyone who's listening, they can get that you are clear, you paid everybody. Let's go to some other stories. I need to talk about 2 more stories. There's a young lady who is a teacher. You said you were engaged to her. And she came out and said she was never engaged to you. What happened?
Yeah? Okay, Michelle. Yes. This one is actually also, those are serious lies, you know. Michelle and I were engaged. Okay? For like, I think 8 months or so. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, then Michelle, it happened that I found very bad messages on her phone.
Okay.
Okay? If you ask her, every time I would fly and go with Michelle to cricket. Okay? When Zimbabwe national team toured South Africa in 2017, 2018 season. Okay? When I was doing analysis again, I went with Michelle everywhere, except the T20 in Potchefstroom. That is when I started seeing her shenanigans. You understand?
Okay.
Michelle was my missus. I was staying with her for a very long time. You understand? I even left. She will tell you now. I was even looking after her mother and the sisters. I even left her with all the property after I found messages on her phone. Okay?
Okay.
With another Congolese guy. She's from Congo. With another Congolese guy.
Okay, I think that's clear.
And
now
then,
let's go to the issue.
can I just clarify there? Can I just finish there? Okay.
Yeah.
Michelle started trying to get back to me with talk and all that. You understand? But she hurt me so bad that I don't want anything to do with her, especially her sisters after what I did. You understand? So now Michelle said to me, "Can you ask Sunday News to remove that article about us?" You understand? I said to her, "No, I'm not going to do that." I told her that write to Sunday News, and ask them to what? To remove that article. That is when she wrote the article that she was never engaged to me, and you understand, all those sorts of things.
Okay,
yeah.
That's clear. Let's go to the story of the guy of 2,000 rands phone. Did you buy a second-hand phone for 2,000 rands and fail to pay back?
Right, now let me tell you about this guy. This guy is actually a fine one, Paul. You understand? This guy, Paul, the wife of Paul, Kim Barrow, okay? She was our fitness trainer back home in Zimbabwe, okay? Now, Paul, we always chatted on Facebook and all that, okay? He called me. He said, look, I'm now in South Africa. I'm managing a restaurant, a sandwich barrel by Melrose Arch there. I would always go there and buy sandwiches, support a brother, you know. One time he said to me, I'm selling an iPhone for 2,000. It's brand new. It's still in the box and all that. I said, you're selling an iPhone? Okay. I'm not a fan of iPhones, but because then he started telling me his story that his son and the wife, whatever, I need school fees and all that. I said, okay, it's fine. I'll come and see the phone. Because it's a minute away from my place. Panel was there. I went to him. I saw the phone. It was not an original iPhone. Okay? I took the phone. I said, my man, this is not an original iPhone. Why giving me a phone which is not original? He said, you are my brother. I said it last thing. I need the man. I said, okay, it's fine. I'll take this phone. It's fine. I gave him 1,000 rands. Okay? I left. I said I was going to give him another 1,000. Okay? The next thing, that guy, his shop was closed down. Within a week or two, he was no longer there. His phone, he changed phones and everything. Oh, well, I just left it like that. The next thing, I saw an article or he posted on Facebook and everywhere. He says, hey, this guy has called me, you understand? I even sent him a message. I say, my man, what you're doing now, it's bad. You're tarnishing my image for things that are wrong. Should I also write and say you sold me a fake iPhone saying that it's an iPhone? You understand? Why didn't you just come to me and say, hey, how far with the balance? You understand? Then we started exchanging work. We then met, me and him, at work. He got employed by the same cricket company that I was working for, DJ Coaching. You understand? I met him there. He never said anything to me about it. Instead, he started telling me that he was selling his house and all that, of which I was not even interested in it. Even now, he keeps trying to say, hey, mate, how's it? Hey, what are sending me messages? I ignore him. You understand? Unless and until he comes to me and says, hey, my man, I'm very sorry about what happened. And also, he takes down that post and he goes back to public notice board, whatever. And he writes and says, you know what, my man? Says, people, we've sorted out, I was wrong or whatsoever. Until then we can talk.
Okay. Dumisani, you have explained yourself very, very well. I want to ask if you can say to us and to everyone who's listening what you think is happening. Why are people touching your image?
Okay, before I explain that to you, can I also talk about one other guy again who's been writing things on social media, a guy called Kudzani Kupe. There's a couple of guys, you know. So I've noticed that all this is one route. So now this guy, Kudzani Kupe, I was good friends with the sister who's in Australia. Okay? At the time, I was the general manager for Last Man Stands Cricket Juniors, South Africa. Okay? So the sister now said to me, look, my brother is an alcoholic, he's got problems, whatever. You understand? So at the time, we were recruiting umpires that we were gonna train, okay? And we put them go cricket background to be umpire and all that. You understand? I said, no, look, you know what? I'm gonna go to my boss and tell my boss about this guy. I went to my boss. Bjorn said, no, Bjorn, there's this guy from Zimbabwe. He wants to attend this course and all that. Bjorn said, you know what? This is your field. If you want him and all that, take him, teach him and all that, it's fine. I called the sister. Soon after talking to my boss, the sister, do you know what the sister did? The sister booked a plane for that guy. Okay? That guy flew to South Africa that very same afternoon. He was in my office. I introduced him to the bosses. I took him through the cricket courses myself. Okay? There was another branch for last man stands. I spoke to the guy, Eugene. I said, you know what? There's this guy came from Zimbabwe. He's looking for a job, umpiring. He was standing with me. I was teaching him cricket. Now, when we were in the car, myself, him, and Eugene, Claude discussed, said, you know what? I want you at the end of this year to resign where you are working. Okay, we're going to discuss your salary. I want you to come and work for me full time. You run my cricket center. Okay? I said, cool, it's fine. Now that guy was in the car. He went to my boss, Bjorn, and told Bjorn what Claude and I were discussing. Okay. Saying this guy wants to leave you. You must not trust him. At the end of the day, he wants to go. My boss asked me, so I couldn't deny it. You understand? I said, yes, it's true. You know? Then I was fired. After I got fired, that guy, he was found wanting because they saw that he knows nothing about cricket. You understand? He got fired 2 days, the next 2 days, I had a cricket job somewhere else. You understand? He got fired. So when he got fired now, he is demanding back from me the money that his sister paid for the plane. Okay. To come to South Africa, understand? Of which I never asked the sister to book the plane for him. All I did was to give him a job. So how then must I pay for that? He is claiming 3,000 rands. Okay, that he flew from Zimbabwe to South Africa. Why must I pay him that money? For what? Okay. You understand? Even if I had told him to fly, book a plane, I'll still be not liable to pay him because he got the job as promised. You understand? And he got me fired. Okay. You understand? So those are some.
I think you've explained yourself very well. So let's try to wrap this up now, because obviously you know what is happening and we don't. Can you explain to us what is going on in 5 minutes?
Okay. Like I've said earlier on, these stories have been going on for I'll say since 2012, 2013, thereabouts. 2012, when I got injured, okay, at Tuskers Cricket. I had a contract with Tuskers Cricket, Zimbabwe Cricket. Now, I went to Heathstreak. I was very close to Heathstreak, who was my then assistant coach. Dave Houghton was the head coach. I went to Heathstreak. I said, Topi, you know, he speaks in the valley. I said, Topi, I'm so blind. I don't think I'll be able to finish this season. You understand? He said, no, push. Yeah. I pushed and I did not finish it. I had a contract with Tuskers. I went to him, I said, Topi, I'm launching my cricket academy. I'm starting my cricket school. I would like you to be involved. We had meetings. It was Nandi, everything. Now, when it was time to launch, we invited David Coltart as the Minister of Sport to be the guest of honor. David Coltart was the Minister of Sport at the time. His trick, there is a constitution that was signed, okay, by myself, his trick, Kevin Ewing, and Titus Chipar. The same constitution was emailed to the Minister of Sport, David Coltart. It was also emailed to Nicholas Singo, who was then the National Development for Zimbabwe Cricket. Okay? Telling them what was going on. When I was with Strick, talking about my academy, Strick said, Mafana, you know what? Because it was under Dumisani Mankunzini Cricket Initiative. Strick said to me, Mafana, you know, this is a beautiful initiative, but we don't want to limit ourselves to Bulawayo or Zimbabwe only. You understand? Your name is known in the cricket circles, but an ordinary person out there doesn't know who Dumisani Mankunzini is. You understand? He said, let's look for a name that we can use, somebody who is known worldwide. Then I said to me, we don't have to look when we are seated here with you. You understand? Your idea is brilliant and you are the best person. Let's use your name if you allow us to do that. He said, no problem. I don't see any problem. Through Charles Wood Price law firm, I paid, myself, not Strick or anyone, I paid $800 for that constitution. You understand? I paid the $800. I still have the emails up to now. Then Stricky, he was the bowling coach for the national team. He got fired. Labo Butchard, those guys, Labo Grandflower, they got fired. When he got fired, 2 days before the launch, we were now launching it under his Strick Cricket Academy. Okay?
Yeah.
The constitution showed that Dumisani Mankunzini, for the first 10 years, I will be the CEO. That everything in the company belongs to me and my former teammate, Titus Chipari. You understand? Yeah. All the documents were showing. Therefore, Stricky were just choosing what? His name. Yeah. He was the face of the academy. We went on to get McDonald's Sports Club, the one that is using now. So many things. The constitution that they are using now, I don't know if they've changed. It's the one that we adopted. Okay? Now, it was tricky 2 days before the launch, which had the late Willard Kumalo, all the greats that you can think of. He sent me a message, a text message. He said, Dumisani, you can go ahead with the launch, but under a different name. Without me, I don't want anything to do with cricket. I have been fired by Zimbabwe Cricket. I'm now going to concentrate on farming. I'm going to my farm. When I tried to call him, he didn't answer. Then I said, this guy is a coward. I can even write me a message. He should have at least called me to meet up with me and explain everything. So now everything had already been done. The banners, the branding, preparing for the launch, the playing tops that were sponsored by Omega Spanda and my father, the late comrade Joseph Mankunzini. They are the ones who had sponsored, and Tapali A and also Kidney Trust of Zimbabwe, my friend Dumisani Mankunzini. Those are my personal friends and family. So anyone who would come out and say they sponsored, it's a clean lie. You understand? Okay. After that, I quickly went to Chamunora, Shepherd Chamunora, Charles Howard Price, of him. I said, my brother. Phone call train. Hello?
I can hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, so I think I was being disturbed by someone was trying to call.
Okay.
So now, after that, when I went to Chamnora, I said we can't launch now under Strick's name because maybe he will sue us or something. So can we just change the name quickly? So we managed to change everything quickly. Okay. Now, to my surprise, I ended David Coulter didn't pitch up. You understand?
Yes.
Then I ended up calling Sean Williams, who was there. We ended up making him guest of honor. Sean Williams is the captain for the national team now. In his speech, I remember very well, he said, congratulations to Dumisani. He has done well. Even people who retired cricket long back, they are only thinking of launching an academy now. Okay? Stricky will be launching his academy as well in June because I launched mine in March. Then now I was surprised. This guy said he doesn't want anything to do with it. I left it like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I had also lost the constitution. After a while, after a few months, I got hold of that constitution. I went to my lawyer. We then wrote them a letter, and that's when the story started coming out. Stricky wrote me a message. It's there even on internet. Everything is there. He said, as long as I'm still at cricket and I'm still alive, you will not go anywhere with your cricket. Okay? I will see it to your downfall. It's strict. He said that. So I don't know whether this is a coincidence or it's linking up. Okay? I left it like that. I got an invite. My cricket academy will always go to South Africa and Botswana. I got an invite for my boys to go there and play. We had one of the boys there in our squad. He was a boy from St. Thomas School. This boy, he paid $120 to go on tour with us. Surprisingly, he changed schools. The mother's phone numbers were not going through, and they never looked for us. And we went on tour to Botswana.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Right, sorry again, there was a phone call coming. During the party viewing, you know, when it's family, close family, we go last for party viewing.
Yes.
So during that party viewing, police in service came. They said to me, you're under arrest. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry, I think we're getting interruptions.
Service, they came and said, you're under arrest. I said, under arrest for what? They said, do you know this lady? When I looked, yeah? So now I didn't know who she was. I didn't remember. But the face, and I said, yeah, I know the face. They said, hey, you took money from her. You defrauded her of $120 for the tour. That never happened and all that. So my brother and everyone was there. They said, no, listen, this guy is mourning his father. If he is a criminal,
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
If he's a criminal, we are going to free him and we'll make sure that he'll be arrested. Okay. Funny enough, this lady paid $120 at Baines Junior School, where my academy is based. Okay? And then she stayed in Kumal. But now the police who came and where she supposedly reported the case,
was Ziliga's police station. My question is, why Ziliga's police station? A few days later, there was an article on the newspaper saying we've banned Dumisani Mankunzini from its three cricket academy because he is taking our players, meaning that boy, number one. And that lady said, hey, I took them from its tricky and I took the money, saying that I work for its three cricket academy. And I was like, really? Honestly, who would think that I work for Strict Academy when there was such news between me and him circulating everywhere? You understand?
Okay.
I have been to court. I've been to court with such issues. Okay? The court has actually ordered some people to pay me because I've actually given them the services. And it's not proud because we have gone on tours. You understand? We have gone on tours to Botswana and South Africa. There's evidence, everything is there. We've played there, we've gone on those tours. I have paid them. So, and there is also one person very, very close to me that I'll choose not to mention. Very, very close to me. We were once very, very close. So when I started doing these analysis, commentary things, he's the only person that I thought was going to be more than happy for me because I was following his footsteps. But now, funny enough, that person is the one who was telling me that I'm a failure. I'm not good enough. This very same person is going on to start media houses telling them not to cover my article. Okay? Chronically covered when I passed my level 2. Cricket South Africa, when I passed my Cricket South Africa level 2 umpiring certificate. Chronically covered that. And that very same person, he went and told the reporter, said, no, this guy, he faked this, he faked the certificate. Don't write about him. I said, no, it's easy. If I fake, go and ask, verify with what Cricket South Africa. He verified, and he saw that, no, I actually passed. Now,
okay.
Last week, Chronicle newspaper, and that same reporter, they wrote a story that I was never a cricket person. The highest I went was Tuskers B, of which I failed the trials. I went for trials and I failed. Fun enough, because I had a contract with Zimbabwe Cricket. I've got my contract. I even posted on my Facebook page. If you go there, you will see them.
Yes.
Now, this thing, it goes on. I'm thinking that some of the people who are in the same industry as me, they are doing a very good job to try and tarnish my image.
Okay. Okay, I see you.
Okay. That they are trying to tarnish my image. Because when the truth comes out, they are not realizing that they are actually campaigning for me. They are making it more famous. You know? They can tarnish it now, but one day the truth will come out. You understand? I don't understand why they will say I never played cricket. They must address the issue of the fake payslip or the people that are claiming I count the money. That should be.
Can I ask you some? Let's wrap up. Who do you owe money?
Now I can't really hear you.
Is it a lot of people?
Sorry?
Do you owe a lot of people money?
No, I don't owe a lot of people.
Okay. So why are these stories of money coming up?
Do you know, like I said, okay, I owe people money. And the same people that are behind these things that they are flashing with social media. You understand? They know that I owe some people money and I haven't paid. They know my weaknesses. They know the period that I went through when I retired cricket and when I started, the period between I retired cricket and me working at cricket. They know what I went through. You understand? So now those people, they are using that. Like I know this is the issue of money. People who believe this one because they know that for the witness ask that one for money and never paid them. You understand? So this is why these stories of borrowing money, they are coming out. You understand? And okay, let's just say if I owe 300 people money, okay, I borrowed money from people, 300 people. Why then is it publicized? Why then should you go to the media and say this guy owes me money? Because if that's the case, I'm sure there is no any other story that will be covered by the newspapers on a daily basis because everyone is owing money. South Africa is owing money. Zimbabwe, I'm now talking about not even individual. Zimbabwe as a nation is owing money. You understand? People are owing money. If I'm owing you money, pardon, okay, and I haven't paid you, if me and you have failed to come to terms or agreement, okay, why then going to the media? Why not going to the law? Go to the small claims courts or to the police. You understand? If you want to see, you as a journalist, if you are covering a story, if I come to you and say, pardon, he has conned me money. Okay, I've opened a police case whatsoever. I will write that a police docket has been opened against Dumisani at Stanton Police Station, case number, whatever. It's proper journalism that it's done. But nothing like that has been done. You understand?
Okay. I want to end this now because we have talked for a very long time.
Your volume, I don't know what's happening now.
Okay, you can't hear me anymore.
Yeah, I can hear you, but at a very distance. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can reach. How is that now?
Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's fine, yeah.
Okay, let's wrap up. How are you able to travel internationally at the moment? Who is sponsoring your trips?
Okay, you are saying, how am I able to travel internationally? Where?
Yesterday, you were at a World Cup. Who sponsored your trip?
To go where?
To go to World Cup.
World Cup is in South Africa and I stay in South Africa.
Okay, so to go to South Africa, you were here already. What about when you were outside the country, all the travels you did last year? Who sponsored those ones?
Okay, like I already mentioned to you, some of them I do them myself. Okay, I've got family members, I've got friends, very close friends to me, who are helping me, and some of them for the media houses, like where I'm selling them. You understand? And when I'm going under cricket, like I'm going under cricket will pay for me. You understand? They pay for my accommodation. They pay for my transport. That's what they've done at cricket. They'll tell you your food is in hotel or your flight and your air ticket and all that.
Okay, so let's summarize then. You're saying this story which came out in the Star is false. The stories that came out in the Chronicle are false. The stories that came out, I think it was the Zimbabwe Independent, are false. At the moment, you owe people money, but you did not defraud anyone.
At the moment, what?
You owe some people money, but you did not defraud anyone.
Yes.
Okay, the stories that people are telling about you, you think they are linked to people in your industry.
Yeah, they're linked with people in the cricket industry and also the one person that I mentioned very, very close to me, or should I say he was very, very close to me. They are linked because now with this guy, his friends, they are my friends. You understand? So sometimes we'll go and say things to those people, and those people will come. Some of them, they started telling me these things way back, years back, and I never believed it. They're saying, no, stay away from that guy. Stay away from that guy. But I never believed it because he's one guy. Even now, I love him so much, you know. I wish we could fix things, me and him. We sort out things. But
are you going to talk to him? Have you confronted him?
so many times. So many times. I even have messages. I've written him messages. I can text screenshot and show you. He hasn't responded, not to even one message. And that what it does, it just goes, he was also in a certain group, a very, very private group, where I was also. That same guy, he's called me a Satanist. Okay? He says there is no way this guy, he will go to South Africa now and he gets employed. He's a Satanist. Then I said, you know what, I'm a cricket person. They know me. If I go anywhere in the world, I'll get a job. You understand? So things started up to a time when he removed me. He said, no, this guy is a cricket analyst. Every time when during South Africa and Pakistan show, I was doing the cricket analysis. I was showing them everything on the TV or sending on that group. That's when the problems again started. You understand? Now, last week, I understand you are saying the video between me and Hamilton Masakata is a Photoshop. How do you Photoshop a video?
Okay, I get you, and I think we need to wrap up because we've talked for quite a long time. Is there anything else you want to say before we close this?
Yeah, no, like what I want to say is that those people that are saying I owe them money, okay, and they can't get hold of me for whatever. If they can't get hold of me, like they're explaining, if they can't call me or they can't get hold of me on Twitter or email or anything, can they come via you? You know where to get hold of me, and then you will talk to that. No, listen, 1, 2, 3, 4 people have said they want to talk to you, or you owe them money. You understand? The people that I owe them money, all of them, I want to pay them back. I want to make payment plans. I'm going to pay them, everyone. But I did not default anyone money. Not true. And the people that are saying that I was using the payslip to get money, it's not true. And as for Smanga little lady and the husband, I can give you their contact. You talk to them and find out from them if indeed they gave me a cent. I've never received a cent from them.
Okay. Dumisani Mankunzini, it is very nice to talk to you. And I'm very sorry that, especially my newspaper, we reproduce news from South Africa for Zimbabwe market. I think you are owed an apology for people taking for granted everything. I think many people didn't check with you before they printed these stories. So what I want to do is I want to ask you to come regularly and talk to us until people understand you.
No problem.
So maybe we can do a weekly or bi-weekly where you come on the platform and we talk.
Yeah, weekly, it's fine. Weekly, yeah, we can do weekly, it's fine.
Yes, because people don't understand you and there's a lot to cover.
Like next week, I'll be having a nice one where we can talk about, because I told you that I want to sue a Zim paper.
Yes.
Yeah, so by Wednesday, Thursday, thereabout, I would be done by that. My lawyer, Dumisani, would be done with that. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Dumisani. And you said at home they call you Bongani.
Yeah, Bongani, yeah, that's Bongani. It's a long guy. It's got nothing to do with any of my official job or documents or anything. This is a long guy. So I put it on Facebook so that people can access me, some of my family members, so they look for Bongani.
Okay, thank you very much. And I will see you again next week. I'll continue to talk to you on WhatsApp. And anyone who wants to contact Bongani or Dumisani, you must actually do it through my numbers. I'll put my numbers on the screen.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, cheers.
Okay.